Welcome back. So I want to kind of change my code a little bit more because right now we have this add component and it's just adding a static customer right here. So we want to kind of change that. Notice right here, whenever I'm adding a customer, it always adds the customer with ID 3 and it always is Ole Olsen on the street. So every time I click, even though it's the lower Ole, I'll actually get to customer 3, right? So of course we need to change that into being a dynamic way of adding customers. Now, just like with the details page, the first step for me is going to be actually adding a new component. So I'll add a new ng generate component, and this component is going to be in the customers library again, and there I'm going to add one called customer add. There we go. So I'll generate this new component, and again we have the 4 files. We update the app module TS file just like we did the other times, and then we have this new area available right here. So now that we have this new component available, what we're going to do is we're going to our routing and we're going to set up that route for that specific component. There we go. So we'll just call this customer add for now. That's a fine route, and then we'll go in here and we'll give it a reference to the customer add component when we hit that specific route. Sweet. So now that should actually mean that we can go to this route now. Let's just go into the list right here and start moving a bit of code. Now I don't need to add customer inside the list anymore, and when I'm clicking this button to add customer, I'm going to move that and actually use the routing link. I'm going to instead, when I click that button, I want to go to the route of customer add that I just created. So let's just add a route link right here and say /customer add, just like I made inside my route. So now when I click the button add customer, I should actually go to that specific route. Let's just try and see if that works. Let's just go back to the list right here and click add customer. And now instead of actually just adding a customer, I'm going to a new route called customer add. That's all I had to do, right? So I also want to kind of have a back button in that route, just like we did in the details page. So let's go to the details page and just kind of steal that URL in line 1 right here to kind of say you have a back button available. There we go. Let's just paste that in right here. So now it should actually, when we go to add customer, I should also have a back button to go back to the list. Perfect. So now that we have that available, let's just try and jump into the code, because I also want to kind of work with the actual form right here. Now we're not going to generate the actual form this lesson. We'll do it next lesson, but I want to just show you guys how to actually do comments. If you want to explain in the code what's going to happen later on, if you want to comment any code you're writing inside your HTML, this is how a comment would look in HTML. So first you write the lower than, and then not, and then double minus, right? That's kind of where you can put the comment. And then you'll end the comment with just a minus minus and then the bigger than right here. So that's kind of how you add comments. Now this is not going to be compiled in the code. It's just a way for you to write text that you want to kind of have as a developer, just like you would do in C# or Java or any language like that. So now that we have comments and everything is actually up and running, let's just move all this code to add a customer. I don't want that inside my customer list component anymore. I actually want to move it into my add customer right here. So I'm going to just get that code inside my add customer. There we go, add customer, and inside that function, what we're going to just paste this in for now. So I'm going to need the customer service, of course. So let's just add the customer service here as well, because I need that to be dependency injected. So we'll add the customer service and just put the type customer service. There we go. And now we have the customer service available and the code is running again. Let's just clean this up. It's Lint trying to help me out. There we go. So now we have the same function available inside the actual customer add function, and we removed it from the customer list component. So I think that's it for this lesson. Next lesson, what we'll do is we'll dive more into actually using a form to actually adding real data instead of having this static Ole Olsen. We're going to add a real customer using a form in the next lesson. That's it for this time. Have fun.